for Naveen sir, and especially this is a question for Jio. Of course, the numbers were slight below estimates, but overall the commentary when it comes to the 5G expansion from the management, they have stated, is very bullish when it comes to the 5G trials, especially in the non-tier 1 segments. And also the industry or the street is expecting there might be further tariff hikes over the next 9 to 12 odd months. So Naveen sir, what are your views on the telecom segment, especially Jio, and how does it play out, going ahead for the next 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, so if we look at the Reliance's various businesses, Jio has been the top performing business for the last 3-4 quarters. And this quarter also, if I were to look at, let's say, Jio EBITDA growth, that has been very, very strong, right? So that has been in reasonably high teens. So from that perspective, Jio has been a standout business. More importantly, the technology upgradation means that the scope for ARPU improvement and eventually tariff hikes continue to remain very, very strong. So that's a significant positive. So I would say that the scope for this business over the medium to long term is that probably we could be looking at a 300 rupees ARPU, maybe in a 2 to 3 years kind of a frame, which is still a very, very strong growth, and kind of cash flows that this business can deliver is substantially superior to most of the other businesses, right? So from that perspective, the value unlocking that can happen subsequently with the Geo can be very, very strong.
Correct. The value unlocking for Jio, that's an important trigger when it comes to Reliance. Thank you, Naveen sir, for your views on it. But I have a question for Sushil sir, especially when it comes to the retail business, especially the Jio Mart. There's a lot of peer competition which is happening in the quick delivery space as well. Some acquisitions are coming, and interestingly, Reliance has come back third time again when it comes to the quick commerce delivery. So how does it actually pan out, the new modern phase of quick commerce, e-commerce coming in, and where does actually JioMart actually stand in the retail business? What is your view on it, sir?
Reliance, if it's able to integrate the entire supply chain about quick commerce, will be able to deliver on par or equivalent with other competition. Ultimately, the consumer experience will decide the course where Reliance is concerned. The deep pockets are available to create a positive supply chain compared to competition, and even in purchase power, which Reliance will be able to do because of pan-India and the situation what they have quick commerce. So it's a very little early to comment about what is going to be the experience, how will roll out and things like that. But looking at the market condition, competition will have pressures, but the business format can have additional support to retail business. That's the way I look at it.
Coming back to the oil to chemical business and also the refining segment. Now, of course, the refining GRMs, they are also expected to grow by almost 6%, and over there almost same numbers we are seeing when it comes to this movement. And the refining segment also going ahead, do you think the next couple of quarters it will be in favor for Reliance when it comes to the refining margins?
Yeah, so Naveen here. So if I were to look at the GRMs, they have been beaten down quite significantly. So from that perspective, the improvement that we are seeing is more likely to be sustainable going forward. Also, in the petrochemical business, the spreads were pretty weak, so that has also improved. So these numbers should sustain, and overall, still O2C business. The margins are quite off the peaks, right? So from that perspective, going ahead, we should see these numbers sustaining, and a possible improvement is on the cards over the next 1 year or so. So O2C business from where it was looks stronger at this point in time, and probably sequential improvement is possible in the forthcoming quarters.
All right. Thank you, Naveen sir. And so next question is for Sushil sir. Of course, we are talking about value unlocking. The entire street was expecting some kind of positive news flow when it comes to value unlocking, and the buzz in the street was also for Jio's listing, and some reports had also come in. Of course, the numbers were very different and the range was pretty high. But sir, if the value unlocking has to happen for Reliance, are we expecting any announcement in the next, around 5 to 6 odd months when Jio would be coming as a separate listed entity? What are your thoughts on that?
My personal take is based on current ARPU and what is likely to be projected over a period of 12 months to 18 months when everybody is talking about ARPU going 10 to 15% sequential growth year on year. The EBITDA number of the Jio Telecom business itself would show you a number which can have a positive impact where shareholders are concerned. I estimate sometime between August to December, there is a possibility of a hint on Jio listing separately, because if you look at the private equity investment which was garnered in COVID between both the arms, that would be nearing 4 to 5 years on average, depending who invested when. I suppose that would be a more or less indicative, because the growth path is very visible from subscriber number, ARPU number, and I personally see if the revenue on the division will grow by 30% in next year and the profit is much higher, I am quite sure that Jio will emerge as a big winner for shareholders if the demerger or a separate listing is done for first Jio Telecom and then retail.
Interesting view coming from Sushil Choksi as well. And I'd like to thank all the gentlemen who have joined us for this panel on Reliance earnings, Mayuresh Joshi, and we are also having Naveen sir, Sushil sir as well, and Deven sir joining us. But this is all for our coverage when it comes to Reliance and its Q3 earnings. Please stay with us. We'll be back after a break.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.